I received this for free. How's it going? This is the BOYA Mic 2. This is a really good sounding little wireless lav mic set for beginners and semi-professionals alike, and really just anyone looking for an alternative to bigger name brand products like this out there on the market. This is the raw sound quality out of the box with no post-processing whatsoever for this entire video, as well as the built-in noise reduction on the mics turned off. And this is the raw sound quality outdoors with that noise reduction turned off. Here's what the noise sounds like with no noise reduction. Here's the specs, nerd. As always, sound quality speaks for itself. And this is the sound quality with that noise reduction turned on. So hopefully with the breeze, with planes flying over and stuff, it should be isolating my voice pretty nicely. I usually complain about proprietary noise reduction on mics like these, but BOYA has done a very good job. So this kit has so much going for it, and it has everything you could possibly need. You can clip them on, or they come with little magnet dots. You get onboard controls on the transmitters themselves. You get a noise reduction toggle, a mute button, and a button for onboard recording. More on that later. And then, on top of all of that, the transmitters have a mic jack. Thank you, BOYA. They also give you a wired lapel mic for each transmitter. So you get 4 microphones in this kit in total. You get 2 wireless mics and 2 wired lapel mics. That's a really good value. And this is the raw sound quality of that little wired lapel mic this thing comes with. I am so happy that these have a mic jack. This is what the lapel mic sounds like with the noise reduction turned on. Honestly, I think this is my preferred way of using this system. These wired lapel mics sound nearly identical to the wireless mics. That is super important. No one really ever thinks about that. That way you can get a consistent sound regardless of whether you have the wired mic or the wireless mic running. It's a small detail, but almost every other system that I have tested gets this wrong. And then on the receiver, you get a little touch screen with your current levels and everything and all of the information you would need to see, plus a little gain control wheel. Clicking the button down will cycle between your 2 mic channels, so you can individually adjust the gain on both mics separately. That is very important, as well as you can also adjust the output volume on the receiver if you triple click this button. When you have this turned on, single clicking the on button will lock the receiver, and it will prevent any and all inputs from doing anything. The receiver also has a headphone monitor jack. It does have a little bit of latency, nothing too crazy, so I wouldn't recommend live monitoring yourself like this because it's a little bit jarring. Okay, BOYA, let's see what happens if I have my back turned to the receiver. Let's see what happens. Am I still getting picked up? And this is a range test. I have no idea if I'm being picked up right now, so we'll see when I'm editing. The receiver does have a little clip that doubles as a cold shoe mount. If you are filming yourself, it doesn't actually insert all the way into your shoe mount, which is, I think this is my biggest complaint about the system, is literally just a shoe mount on here. Like, I really think that they should have taken into account solo filming, because really this receiver is designed for someone being behind the camera. For outputs, you get a 3.5mm jack to record direct to camera, which is what I'm doing, or it comes with a little USB adapter that just clips right onto the receiver, and this will allow you to use it with your phone or a computer or a laptop or anything like that. The kit also comes with little dead cats, which clip right onto the transmitters, as well as little windscreens for the lapel mics. It does come with dead cats for the transmitters, but not for the wired lapel mics, so do keep that in mind. All right, we got a nice breeze going now, so we can see how this dead cat is going to handle wind noise. Let's see. How's this going? Should be fine. Now we got a breeze, and I also have the noise reduction turned on, so I'm really curious how it's going to handle both. I think this is going to be a pretty decent test. Build quality is pretty good as well. Everything's plastic, but none of it feels cheap. Really despise using the word premium, cringe, but that's what it feels like. Everything has a nice heft to it that you would expect with like name brand quality. Okay, now here is probably my favorite thing about this system. 32-bit float onboard recording. Yes, this system not only has onboard recording, but it is 32-bit float. This is a test of the internal recording. In fact, you don't even have to have these mics connected to the receiver in order to use the onboard recording. You can just straight up pull a mic out of the case, hit record, and go. Completely standalone. Great, BOYA, good job. It has 8 gigabytes of onboard storage for your internal recordings. You can also have this thing running simultaneously to multiple devices. You can have the receiver plugged into your phone, also running a 3.5 millimeter cable to your camera, and it will output simultaneously. Battery life is pretty good for what it is. It's about 6 or 7 hours if you have the noise reduction turned on, and it's about 8 or 9 if you have noise reduction turned off. I do want to go over pairing real quick because it is somewhat likely that you might accidentally unpair these by holding down the on button for too long. You have to do this in a very specific order. Pull everything out of the case, turn everything off. Hold down the on button on the transmitter until the blue light starts flashing faster than normal. And then on the receiver, while the receiver is turned off, hold down the on button until the pairing screen pops up. Then the microphones should connect correctly. You have to do it in that order, otherwise it won't work. They come paired out of the box, so you should never have to deal with this. I'm an idiot and accidentally manually unpaired them, so hopefully you won't need this advice, but there it is in case you do. So yeah, I think BOYA has actually done a really good job with these, and I'm pretty happy with them. I mean, if you are a beginner especially and you're wanting to do your first major audio upgrade for your setup, whether it is in-camera audio or if you shoot with your phone, this is going to be not only an excellent first upgrade, but it could be potentially your only upgrade. Who is this for? Beginner YouTubers, people who are filming interviews and stuff like that. This is just a really good all-around entry-level wireless lav mic kit that comes with pretty much everything you need for a very fair cost. It's good stuff, definitely worth checking out. If you want to pick this up for yourself, I have an affiliate link in the description, or you can check out my other videos if this is not the one you want. I also post my original music on this channel and a bunch of other random stuff too, so like, subscribe, and comment, and see ya!